Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference 2026. Meet the speakers. Today we have Rob de Groof. Rob, welcome back to Dublin.
Happy to be there or to be able to come to Dublin again. I love being there.
Well, it's your third time now, isn't it?
Yeah, third
Yeah,
time.
it's fun. So most people will know you, but just very briefly, just for those who don't, just give it a summary of who Rob de Groof is.
True. I'm Rob. I'm from Belgium. I live in Belgium, but also part-time in Bulgaria. I'm traveling a lot. I'm rarely still in Belgium. I run the Hypnosis Center in Belgium, which is we have a part that's doing the therapy and we have a part that's doing the trainings. So at the moment, I have six hypnotherapists working for me in five different locations. So most of the time, I'm running the business from wherever I am in the world. I still see clients. This morning, I had an online session, but I don't have an actual office anymore. So I only see my clients online. Yeah, of course, I do all the trainings, especially like the basic trainings in Belgium, like the from zero to hypnotherapist training, and then of course some special things like virtual gastric band or the Swan. I'm the dedicated trainer for Sheila and for Bob in Belgium, and of course traveling a lot, speaking at conferences, traveling, teaching, and my biggest hobby is playing golf. And that's one of the reasons I like to travel because I just returned from 1 month and a half South Africa because the weather is nice there and the golf courses are nice and everything is still affordable there. So yeah, so that's so if I'm traveling for work, I'm always traveling for golf as well. So that's a good
It's a
combination.
good way to do it. Link the two of
Yeah,
them together, isn't it? Because you
yeah.
did that in Ireland not last year, but the year before, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, the year before I traveled around for like 3 weeks together with my wife, who also likes to play golf. And the most annoying thing was of those 3 weeks, we had 3 weeks of wind, rain, and bad weather. And the 2 days of the conference was the
It was
sun out there,
beautiful.
and I was like, now I want to be on the golf course. But yeah,
It was actually very problematic because one of those rooms, I don't think they'd regulated the air conditioning properly, and the sun was coming in, and the room was melting.
yeah.
And it was the first sunny day I think we had all bloody year. I remember that actually.
That's yeah, yeah, yeah. Last October, I was in
But we're not
Scotland.
in that hotel anymore, just in case
No, no,
anyone's
no. Yeah,
wondering if
it's
that's
another
going to happen
hotel. Yeah,
again. No, that
correct,
won't.
correct. But last October, I was in Scotland. It was actually the training in Scotland was actually a training that was organized at the Irish Hypnosis Conference. Because I was speaking with some people there. I had a lot of Scottish in my post-conference training. So we decided to organize a specific hypnosis for golfers training in Scotland. And we were there for 2 weeks and we had absolutely great weather. It was unbelievable for October. So yeah, you see.
Yeah, Ireland's one of those. Like after this year's conference, I think we went through like 3 months of one of the best sets of weather we've had in a long time. But then the year before it was pouring rain. So who the hell knows?
Yeah, you never know.
You know,
The thing with traveling to Ireland or to Scotland is that you don't expect sun. You don't expect good weather. If you go to Spain or Portugal like you did and you have bad weather there, you're disappointed. If you go to Ireland or England or Scotland and you have bad weather, it's like, yeah, that's normal. If you have good weather, you're like, whoa, what's this? That's a treat. So
absolutely.
no.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, and that is the thing. So for anyone coming, yeah, I mean, there was an expression somebody gave me recently. There's no such thing as bad weather, just not the right clothes for it.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
correct.
I kind of
Yeah.
like that. Um, so Rob, you are talking on mastering online group hypnosis sessions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Because
Yeah.
obviously, as the world shrinks, electronically, it's just a smaller place now. We can all communicate. I mean, you and me, we're talking across, across different levels of Europe or different parts in Europe and time zones and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
mastering online group hypnosis sessions. Tell
Yeah.
us a little bit.
So I was already doing group sessions, like in physical group sessions, in a room in a venue. But since I'm yeah pivoting my business more and more to online, and I don't.
Mm,
I used to have a big building here in Belgium where I was running my school. So I had a big room where I can do group sessions. I don't have that building anymore because now we just run the space whenever I have to deliver a training because I'm traveling so much. I don't have trainings like every weekend anymore, like I used to have before COVID. So I was looking for to do some still doing some group sessions, but also make it as simple as possible because that's a bit of my thing, the art of simple hypnosis. I want to keep everything as simple as possible, but not only for the client but also for the hypnotherapist. So I came up with a system for online group sessions that once you do the work, when you do all the preparations, like creating your group sessions, creating your emails, creating your follow-ups, creating your audio hypnosis. So you actually sell a package. In the case that I designed it, it's actually two sessions that they have online in group, but they get a lot of extras. Those extras
mhm.
are audio recordings. You have to make them once, and then so there is a bit of preparation in every type of online group session. But once you did all that work, almost 90% of what's going on then is going automatic. So an example, I was traveling to through Germany to get to the Danish hypnosis conference last year, and in my program of online group sessions, there was one group session. I think a second one for weight loss was planned in the moment that I was traveling. So no worries because I went to was on my hotel room, 7 o'clock Belgian time. My attendees came online. I introduced things, and then I just had to push a button, and everything was going automatic. So I was working for like 10 minutes. Then I was just walking to the restaurant with my wife, checking on my phone that everything was running smoothly, and the group session was running. So once you do all the work, you can have your group sessions just running automatically. You have to be there live, but for a short amount of time, and everything is running. Also, like the follow-up emails, the audio hypnosis, everything is running. So in my presentation, I'm actually going to explain how I created this and why I created this because it's making it will make a session program for your clients cheaper, and you will earn more money on the same amount of time that you see one client.
That's what I was just about to ask you. What's the value of it? I mean, obviously, with the world shrinking, electronics being easily available, people being far more used to doing stuff online.
Mm.
And yeah, I imagine it's the potential for extra earning streams for
Yeah,
hypnotherapists.
yeah.
And it
Uh,
keeps, as you said, the client base, it doesn't cost them as much either.
Yeah, the client doesn't have to travel. The client can even rewatch the group session because sometimes I have clients who can't attend session two. They just send me a message, but they will get the replay anyway. So
Yeah.
they will get access to that anyway. So they can re-listen to the group session. They can do it on a daily basis if they want, if they need that. So you give more opportunities for your clients, more possibilities. And for you, it's much less work. As I said, there is a bit of, it's not like up and you have a group session. There's a bit of preparation, but once the work is done, and once you created all this for one topic, it's quite easy to pivot it for another. So at the moment, the group sessions that I am doing in this formula, sometimes I also do another type of group sessions in just one session, but the more program formula, at the moment, I do it for weight loss, I do it for stop smoking, and I do it for drinking less alcohol or stop drinking alcohol. I actually created it in a way that people can choose whatever they want, drinking less alcohol or stop completely with drinking alcohol. It's in the same program, so they can choose what the goal is. and still so because when you do alcohol, yeah, a lot of people want to, and especially these days, a lot of people want to stop drinking alcohol, but also a lot of people want to just lower their alcohol consumption,
Yeah.
not necessarily stop 100%, but just lower it. So instead of creating two different programs for it, I blended it in one program with the option that they actually can choose what their end goal is.
Okay. So you can tailor that then. So you can use this approach across a multitude of areas like
Yeah,
anxiety, like anything.
yeah,
Stop
yeah,
smoking,
yeah.
whatever.
There are
Anything that
some issues that are not suitable for, in my opinion, are not suitable for group sessions. Everything that's going a bit more personal or things like that. But the actually I'm the one that I have less or the lower numbers of signups, numbers of attendees is stop smoking. I have a lot for weight loss. I have a lot for alcohol. But stop smoking, people seem because and I understand that because stop smoking is something you need to be ready. You need to be you need to your mindset needs to be okay. Now I want to become a non-smoker, and probably that's not that specific date that my online sessions are programmed. Weight loss, different story because
that's
yeah, most
process, isn't it?
they want to lose weight, and whether it's now or next week doesn't matter. But stop smoking, you can that's why one of the reasons that in my practice that's why I started working with a team. I never want a waiting list that's longer than 2 weeks. So whenever somebody goes online, they need to be able to book a session within a 2 week period.
Within 2 week
Especially,
period.
and that's the reason was my stop smokers because a smoking a smoker who wants to quit and then he has to wait 1 month to be able to book a session. In 1 month, his life can change. There can be
Absolutely.
extra
And
stress,
yeah,
professional,
yeah, I
maybe a
get that.
breakup, and they are not in the right headspace to stop smoking anymore. So that's one of the reasons that I think that the stop smoking is not working or not attracting as much signups as the other two. So, but yeah,
For
those
weight
are the
loss
three topics
and
that
alcohol
I was
related.
creating. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And so, okay, that makes sense. And of course, it does give people the opportunity to expand their income base as well
Yeah.
and to reach larger fields that they probably don't necessarily do because a lot of people want to work online these days.
Yeah.
And it's easier. And a lot of hypnotherapists only do work online actually, so it would
Yeah,
suit them perfectly.
yeah. I when COVID happened, I was in Australia and I was teaching there, speaking at a conference and teaching a training. I was supposed to do more trainings, but then of course we had to leave the country, so that never happened. But I was teaching there to quite some students who have never seen an actual client live in front of them, apart from the trainings they did live.
Yeah,
But because of the nature of the country, of course, the big distances online work was already so normal there. In Belgium, it was not normal. I remember when COVID happened, I our schedule was filled for 3 weeks when the lockdown started. I was in Australia, so I called my team. I said, "Hey, call everybody up, try to switch them to an online session." And only 2% of the people were interested in an online session at that time because, first of all, they thought that like the government said, the lockdown was only for 2 weeks, but
yeah,
it ended up 2 months, of course. And a lot of people even didn't have like a webcam. Or I know during COVID, the webcams were sold out in Belgium because a lot of people were not prepared for this. Now, when we do our discovery calls for the hypnotherapy or my discovery calls for my trainings, it's all with a video call. Also, when I organize the golf trips to Bulgaria, people can book in a video call. Now people from all ages book in video calls. Before it was
yeah,
before COVID.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's really
especially
changed the
older people.
dynamics
They,
of
oh, you just ring me up. I don't have a webcam. Now everybody is used to it. So every generation actually is used to it. So
absolutely.
why not also offer online group sessions then?
It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Great. I'm looking forward to that now because I'm going to learn something.
That's the purpose of
There you
conferences.
go.
Get one of the things
Yeah,
that I like of conferences is even if the presentation is something that maybe doesn't resonate 100% with you. You just might have like an idea or something that, oh, maybe I can also work something out in my way. And that's what I love with conferences. I once made a mistake of booking a 3-week holiday the day after a convention, and my head was full with ideas, and then I had to leave to relax for 3 weeks. That was barely impossible. So now I always give myself a bit of time after a conference. And one of the things that I always have after the Irish one is one of my favorite presenters there. It's Stephen, and he always gives me ideas on working with AI. And my
Yeah.
head is always after his presentation. My head is always full with new things that I want to try. And so yeah.
Well, now you're going to be double whammy because Stephen and Scott will both be dealing with AI.
Oh yeah, yeah. Scott is his
Yeah,
topic
so
is also
and
AI.
he's one of the
Yeah,
leading experts in
yeah.
it. So
Of
yeah,
course, of
it's
course.
going to be a double sided, one from the marketing side and one from, well, I don't know what part of it Scott's going to cover, but it's going to be fascinating.
Yeah,
Brilliant, Rob. Thank you so much. I can't wait for. It's only about, well, as we're recording this, it's about 12 weeks to go.
yeah,
So there
yeah.
you
It's
go.
it's coming fast.
Time flies.
I realized that I
Uh,
still have to book my hotel is booked, but I have to book my flight. So yeah.
that kind of helps, unless you're
That
starting to
helps.
walk
Yeah,
now.
it's a quite long swim to there. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Rob, thank you so much. And to everyone who's been watching this, thank you very much for taking the time. And we'll see you all in Dublin at the end of April. All the details are on www.irishhypnotherapyconference.ie, and look forward to seeing you all in. Have a wonderful day wherever in the world you are. Thank you.
bye.